For this episode, we're gonna go into the art and life section. And like we discussed prior, when we do speak on artists, we're not just speaking on musicians or producers or any of that nature. We're also speaking about artists of all sorts. Today, we're speaking about one that I got to know personally, and just a phenomenal artist in general. Goes by the name of Brian Blue. If you're from the Dallas area, or you pretty much habitated this area for the past 10 years, there's no way you don't know either Brian or his brother. Wow. His brother goes by Blue the Misfit. He's a popular producer here in the DFW. Produced for Kendrick Lamar, Mac Miller, and a few others. So
again, shout out to the Dallas producer scene.
Definitely.
Fire.
I'm telling you, like, you'll learn a lot there. Shout out to you.
Hats off.
I can't remember when it was. I think we met Blue, what was it, about 2012, 11?
Yeah, about 12.
So we met him through a good associate, a good friend of mine. He's also somebody that we met through Loudmouth, Vince Chappa. We met him because he was actually doing some artwork for me for my EP.
Yeah.
So, we got with him, spent a day with him, do the things that young men in their 20s do. And we came up with the EP cover.
What do young men in their 20s do, Coach?
Oh, man, we sit around and we pray and we thank the Lord for everything that He's provided us. Shout out to the Lord.
Church-going young men. Okay, I see. Pastor's kids.
But just an awesome guy, and just a little background story on him. He was actually born in Inglewood, California. Moved to Texas when he was in the third grade.
Shout out to the I.
Yeah,
homies from the I.
Come on, man.
Inglewood.
Yeah, shout out to the I, baby. Inglewood family and all them out there. You know what I'm saying? Still whooping and grooving.
Right. So he started painting shoes. That was his first business. And so in high school, he was painting shoes and selling them. And, people would ask him, like, hey, can you paint Doug on a pair of Air Force Ones? So he started there, ended up going to Texas University, got a scholarship for football. His dad actually played at UNLV and played for the Seahawks. So he grew up playing football and sports, him and his brothers. I went from there, decided, hey, I want to be a fashion designer.
Yeah.
And then one day was like, yeah, but I don't want to make dresses. So he was done with that. So shout out to him for that, realize your potential and expound on it. Ended up dropping out of school his third year in college. Started a clothing line here in Dallas called Uncommon Color. If you ever been out, especially in like the urban area, they should put the stickers up everywhere. It's like a UNKO.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a little black and white sticker. They put them
UNKO. Yeah, I always thought it said Unco.
Unco. That's what I used to call it.
Yeah.
It was super dope though. If you ever seen this clothing line, he was pretty dope. I got a few pieces from him back in the day, but that was his first venture into like his first brand.
Yeah.
He moved back to California in 2013. This was after, I had got to know him and things like that. So he moved to LA, and pretty much his reasoning he felt was because in Texas, he called it a small pond, and I feel like no one really cared about art. I felt like in LA, people have the space for it and everybody cares about it. So he took his talents to LA.
That's unfortunate, man.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
We changing that though.
But the sad part is he moved there and flourished. So it was like he thought about it and it was the truth. I guess for him it was the truth. In most cases we've seen people go to LA and fail and end up right back here. We've seen it many a time. So
feast or famine, baby.
Right. If you notice any of his artwork, what he does is he uses a lot of mummy illustrations, right? So you'll see, do you remember the picture of the LA riots? It's a guy pushing a basket past a burning store. He has on like a white t-shirt and black pants. He took that image and wrapped the man's face in mummy and his arms. It's just crazy what he does. And I used to wonder why he did it. And so as I was researching him and looking up some of his interviews, what he said was he uses the mummy effect in his paintings to display decay or preservation. He says the characters I create typically take on a life of their own, and so if you see any of his artwork, he just painted a huge mural for the a Black Lives Matter thing. It's like a huge green and red and black flag, but you can tell the material of the flag is the mummy. The mummy is super dope, man. So that's how he operates. Designed his own line of Jordans for the company's Fearless Ones campaign.
What?
Jordan 1 sold out the first day, had a super big opening at Center. Erykah Badu showed up.
Dang.
Actually, we just had a meeting the other night, and they both, the people we were meeting at, both of them came. I think they both had them on, didn't they? Both of them had on the shoe the other night without even knowing.
Lil Chase did. Yeah.
Okay, his brother.
How would you classify his expression though? In terms of what it conveys and this sentiment that you get, does he have a specific style that you would say?
I would say it's what he described as is it's not perfect. So when you see a lot of people's art, they say, "Oh, that's not painted perfectly." I can see splotches or I can see lines. His thing is his art is his art, and he conveys his messages through his art for that way. But I would describe it as, oh man, it's I wouldn't say political, but when you look at his art, it's very reminiscent of the things that are going on right now.
Right.
So it's like a lot of depiction art, like taking
exactly.
Yeah.
So he'll flip a lot of art that you see, or an image of a policeman in front of a flag, and he'll have the mummy wrap around his face, and so he's pretty dope at that. I know he sells a lot of paintings. I've seen him sell paintings to like Arian Foster from he was actually on his podcast, the Say What podcast as well.
Yeah.
So he wanted to get into advertising, so he did an internship at the Marcus Grant Project, which was about trying to diversify the advertising field. So he took all the stuff he learned there and put it towards his art, his social media, and everything. He said he figured out how the big companies do it, and he wanted to do it better than them without a budget. So he's been out there doing it. His quote, as far as what his mission is just to be these are his words, just to be as tight as I can be and try to do something new, but really just to make something. It's really just showing your ideas and letting people inside a different perspective. I don't feel like anyone should be doing anything that they have to do for any other reason than they want to do it. He said that he didn't get into art to be a politician. It's about expressing his ideas his way. He's been featured in publications like The Hundreds, Complex Mag, Nike, Dallas News. He's been all over the place. Like even just looking him up, just trying to find which article to read about him, I was like, man, you are everywhere. So
he does mural work too.
Yeah, he does a lot of mural work in
canvas
LA.
too.
Yeah, he does it all.
Wow.
He does it all. He's also made album art for some artists like Isaiah Rashad, Schoolboy Q. He actually did the deluxe version of the Return of the Dreamers, their Dreamville album that just dropped.
Yeah.
So the one with all the people that's on the album with his face is painted, he did that.
That's tough.
Yeah, man, shout out to him. A little round of applause for my boy.
Absolutely, bro.
And again, like you can find him.
Man is moving.
You can find him Blue the Great on Instagram.
Say it again.
Blue the Great on
How you spell
Instagram.
blue? Just normal?
BLUE. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
THE.
Normal blue. Okay.
Normal spelling. Blue the Great.
we like to
Spice it up a
Yeah,
little
you gotta
bit.
take those
Little
little
razzle dazzle on there.
So Blue the Great on
and
Instagram.
And then
on
his
IG.
website is bluethegreat.com. So
Okay.
you can find him there, and
tough,
he actually sells art on his website as well. So any paintings, and we'll have some pictures that we'll show while this is going on. So any of these the paintings that they have are for sale as well.
Yeah.
So it's not only that he's making money from it, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, and I'm kind of proud to say I know him. So
Absolutely, yeah. So if you want to support, black art and entertainment, go support that man.
Yeah,
and if he's selling paintings, something you like, cop it.
Right.
It's
and
good.
he's speaking for us. Like we said, we try to
Exactly.
be for us. You know what I mean? So if you look at his art, you'll see there's a theme there that speaks. It should speak to you the way it spoke to me when I went and researched it. So
Well, that's dope. That's dope, man. So I'm glad that we got a chance to kind of talk about Blue. On the same kind of art tip, we want to let the people know about the Spotify playlist. Yeah. Yes. It's all over Spotify playlist.
Say it one more time.
It's all over. It's all over Spotify playlist, and you can go to Spotify though. It's at It's All Over Media. It's All Over Media, and we just dropped a playlist called Texas to Cali. So you're gonna find independent artists on there that we rock with, that are grooving, that are doing their thing, Again, the concept of it for us is to highlight the independent artists of the world.
Yes, sir.
We want to make sure that they're getting their just publicity, and no major label artist will you ever find on our playlist.
Yeah.
So we kind of just real quick, I want to just kind of give a shout out to some of the artists that made the playlist for this volume 1, Texas to Cali. Jason Lyric, shout out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aerodon.
Yeah.
We even got the West Coast, Little Pete. A lot of people know Little Pete. He's in the independent circles, moving up.
Yeah.
From the homie Caution's hood.
Oh, man, bless him. It's a blessing, man, to get that West Coast music.
Absolutely,
Yeah, man,
the Bully on there. We got some Joe Moses on there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Moses.
Yeah, we even got a collective from Texas, Austin, that area called Idol Creatives. They got a couple joints on there. Rakim Al-Jabbar,
Hey.
cat from H-Town, Corey Paul,
Hey.
even Missy Slick from San Diego, and Suave Burgundy from the D.
Hey.
So yeah, it is.
We got a good mixture on there, man. Y'all go tune into that. I don't even know what song of mine is on there, so I'm gonna go on there to see because I ain't even been to it yet. So we're gonna see. What's on
Listen,
there.
I was in the whip. I think I told you. I sent you a text. I literally just put the playlist on and just put shuffle and play because I wanted to see like how Spotify curated it, bro. It rode. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't feel like I had to skip a track. You know what I'm saying? And I already tried to put it together. This one volume 1 is a certain vibe, y'all. So you can access it again where it's AllOva Media on Spotify. And the playlist is called Texas to Cali Volume 1. So shout out to the independent artists that are continually on their grind, that are making great music. And yeah.